This broadcast is inappropriate for all ages, right here on the house that Kamurai built. It's time for the Vlogcast. I am Kamurai. Salutations, I'm Kamurai, and I am conversation ready. I'm gonna get that perfect eventually, and I'm gonna quit doing this. That's how my life goes. That's as soon as like something kind of like comes into the fold, it rotates out. I'm gonna keep doing that for Penny, my robot girlfriend, friend, whatever. She's still my favorite, my robot favorite. Can't say she's my robot favorite, but she's definitely my Ruby favorite. And so I'm really waiting for when she's rebuilt, even if she's not old Penny, if she's Penny 2.0 or whatever. But probably what we're gonna see happen, because Miles and Miles and Carrie are in charge. What we're probably gonna see happen is they're gonna rebuild her, but like she won't recognize Ruby, and she'll have a lot more emotional fail-safes in. Like she won't be Penny. Like she'll just be another automaton. Because Penny had a lot of personality to her for a robot, and like, because I don't care what Atlas says, that was an infiltration unit. It's the same thing that happened with the Terminators. It's like, what function does a hot teenage Terminator have to infiltrate? Because you wouldn't expect it to be a young teen lady. We're referring, of course, to Summer Glau in the Sarah Connor Chronicles, but the conversation I'm actually referring to is in Big Bang Theory. There's like an off conversation where Howard and Raj are arguing about the validity of Summer Glau as a Terminator. It may very well be the episode where she is there and she's just freaked out by Howard. And oddly, Raj is charming her. But I don't think you could see. I don't know why she'd be on the train in the first place, but I don't think either one of those two could go up there and like actually charm her. Sorry, the funny bit in my head there was like you got crack, but or coke is what I was thinking. I don't know, why is coke funnier than crack? I'm not sure. This does have to be shorter. I don't know why I'm droning on about this and that. I actually planned like a whole different thing that I'll launch into now. YouTube launched YouTube Red, and as a commercial free alternative, totally applauded YouTube Red. They even did YouTube Red exclusive content, which I could get behind. Okay, cool. You're going to make exclusive content for this membership. I don't approve, but I understand. I don't like exclusivity in things. I don't like, oh, you're not included. I like paying for a service that anyone can pay for. That's fine. It's like, oh, I don't pay for this, so I don't get that. Having the shows be exclusive, like, I don't like. Now, Rooster Teeth does that too, and I realize that, like, I don't necessarily care about, like, the shows that are black there. It's when they come out, because, like, I don't get the notifications if I'm not a first member. Not that I care about the notifications anymore anyways. I just go to the app and look and see what's new. But there are a couple shows there, and I'm willing to pay to sponsor them. Like, I really believe if you follow a creator and they, how do I say this, and they are anything that you find worthwhile to watch or listen to, if it's a podcast, throw them a buck. Find their Patreon, throw a buck on there, in the very least. Or if they have a subscription method, otherwise do that. Rooster Teeth has that. I still can't justify Double First. It's something like, actually, let's look that up together. It's something weird, like $60 a month or something. It's like the price of a game, and occasionally you do get games, like AAA games from like that way, but I don't know. And it's weird because it's like you go try to look at the history of what's been gotten, and they don't advertise it. They kind of hide it. There's a lot of people shit on it. And that's what you can find out there. So it's like they've just buried everything else. So if I go privacy settings, profile details, notifications, it's friend requests. What? How do I become Double First? Did they get rid of it? That would be interesting. So maybe I shouldn't focus on that. What I was leading up to was to they now have YouTube TV, and when the hell did TV become the goal again? It used to be, like in the very beginning, people would get on YouTube as a way to get noticed so that they could get pulled up to bigger projects like movies and TV. Now, I understand movies because movies are large projects. They have huge budgets. They take a lot of scrutiny. TV is pretty commonplace at this point. Slightly larger budget. I get that. But you can do the same thing that you can do for a TV show on YouTube, on the internet, on half a dozen different services that may or may not charge. And you can put them up there. You can get your web series on Amazon if you go through the right connections. I'm sure Hulu you could do as well. Netflix might be a little stricter. I haven't seen web series on there yet. But given the shit that they do back, I'm not seeing why they wouldn't do that. Now, but somewhere along the line, YouTube got oversaturated, so now you can't use it to get noticed anymore. It's the rich make rich. It's already the people who have the large audience that get more people in their audience. You really have to do something special to stand out, and that is becoming harder and harder and harder. And quite frankly, I do this for me. I like making myself do this. This gets me used to talking. In general, even if it's just to a microphone or a camera, more and more it keeps the skills sharp. Occasionally I can do funny voices like this. And that's what I really enjoy doing over on Gaming Division when I do things like, I was super happy to go through Overgrowth because I could totally like make the hero's voice sound like Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles a little bit, maybe. Tubular cowabunga, dude. And then I can make the dogs sound like this, so it's really fun. And I could do Prussian voices for the Russian type. Things like that. And it's a fun way to kind of work those skills here and there and still make content even if I don't have the time for it. So in lieu of making like super high quality content, which I would probably endeavor to do if I were to do this full time, I've never really had the opportunity to do that. I make a certain amount of content so that I can make sure like every week I'm doing reviews, which go up on the Tumblrs, and reviews that are bad summaries that go up on We Are Movie Club, and then the movie vlogcast, because it's me sitting here talking. That's why I call this a vlogcast. I always do the wrong shoulder. That's why I call this a vlogcast, because it's me doing like a daily vlog or whatever, but from the perspective of doing a podcast. And I used to put this stuff up on SoundCloud. I really need to get back to that, because just from this year when I kind of restarted it, I think I'm gonna have a lot to kick over to that, and that could be a whole weekend just slicing that audio off the video and throwing it up there. I'd be willing to do that, honestly. I should look at it. Last time, I think it was like $100 for the year. And I'm never doing fucking, was it Podbean again? That was a nightmare to stop paying them. I think I had to like close my account, and I'm not willing to reopen it to deal with that mess again. But I'd do SoundCloud again, and Google Play, because my Google Play loaded off my SoundCloud. And between the 6 different podcasts, quote unquote, that I do, because there's WatchSpot and PlaySpot, Jam on Toast, and Gaming Division. I need to get back to doing like standard movie reviews for Jam on Toast, or series reviews. That's what I really want to turn that into, but it takes so much time to do a series properly, because really, in order to properly review a series, you should go episode by episode and lay it out, and then you should build, like, so you should have independent processes for that episode, and then how that episode builds into the overall story arc. Even on an episodic, there's still a continuity that builds. Unless there's a literal reset. It's like, and honestly, that would be a really good idea for a show if you just did a time loop, like, call it like September 17th or something like that, or like the day before today, or the the day after today or something like that. There's a lot of like good clever titles you could do where it's like it's a kid stuck in a time loop and he just slowly becomes like God, like Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day, if you will. And he slowly becomes more and more knowledgeable about the day and can pull off these wonderful wacky stunts and things. And you got to add like a paranormal twist or something to that, because he eventually has to like find out where the load is for how this is happening to him, even if it means he's got to go across the world, and like you can set the rules for how the timer works, because in Bill Murray's case it was if he ever fell asleep or 6 o'clock rolled around, it would automatically restart. So you could do something like that. For Doctor Strange, his time loop was fixed. It was anytime, I would say it was anytime he died, but like it could have just been on a set loop of time, like he said it was, and then when he died, like the loop would eventually end, and then it would reset, and he'd be like, Dormammu, I've come to strike a deal. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Happy Death Day, and that one was depending upon her just staying alive. So as long as she stayed alive, it would break the loop. And we never got any explanation for that. Now I'm thinking about that. And you see, and the reason I'm focusing on that, I think, is because I just did a review for Sexy Brutale and The Last Day of June, which was really good. Highly recommend both games. But they both involve a time loop. So that's probably why I'm thinking of it. It's probably why I'm focused on that. So I was leading up to a point about YouTube TV is now a thing, and I don't understand why we're back to that as a thing. TV sucked. Having scheduled things. Now, people like to watch things live because of FOMO, and fuck you if you're a FOMO, because it's really, you're really ruining the world. I get if you like to watch something live and watch it first. There's no value in being first. There's value in the quality of whatever you're watching or experiencing, and if you have that ahead of time, great, because you are a little bit above. But just being first to the garbage fest doesn't mean anything. I'd rather deal with a proven product than an early product, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like early access. But it's one of the same reasons that early access is taken over, because everyone wants to be in there early and first. And it's like, oh, I remember back when it was in alpha. Technically, you don't, because alpha's just a fucking playpen. It's not a game. This shit that we get that's marked alpha is not alpha. If it leaves the shop, it's pretty much not alpha. Because the only thing that I can think of really is not Sudari. What's it called? Yandere. Yandere Simulator. That was a fucking alpha. Because it was literally just an environment, and then you could run around and test stuff in it. It wasn't a game. Even if it had a small framework as a game, it wasn't a game. Like, it had glitches galore. You just literally, like, you ran around, you could do environmental testing and minor mechanic testing, such as, like, a little bit of dealing with the questing and whatnot. The other thing that came to mind was Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. That was a full-fledged game. You call it a beta, if you will, but that was a game. That was a complete game. I don't know what else they would have changed. The problem is that it got out there for free, and they didn't have anything to add to it to make it worth paying for, so they priced themselves out of a business. It's really sad. Oh god, what do I do for this? Can I search double first? I kind of want to have an answer to this before I go, because I gotta go here in a couple minutes. So I gotta go over to Rabbit/Kamurai, and we're gonna watch some Clerks 2, and it's gonna be good. What is happening with that? I'll be honest, I don't think... Oh, maybe it's double gold? Double gold Q. I don't have sufficient permissions, because I'm not double gold. So I'm actually locked out of it. So, like, let's actually look for double gold real quick. I like asking questions and finding answers, but you actually have to do both in order to make it really worthwhile. Interest, games, groups. Fuck it. Let's just ask Google, because Rooster Teeth for once isn't being helpful. It's gotten away from them. I don't think they have control anymore. I'm just going to say it. I think it was better before Full Screen got a hold of them. So first plus double gold members. Maybe it's always been double gold, but I thought it was double first. Okay, so if you want to take your awesomeness to the next level, become a first double gold member. Okay, that's what it is. First RT block troll is $60 plus exclusive merch. Sign up here, so that should take me to the subscription page. Hopefully it doesn't do this. Okay, so I'm paying $36 a year recurring for first membership, and if I hit change plan, what is happening? Oh, I guess I was doing 6 months, and I'm doing yearly. That's fine. Why does it not show... I don't understand. Why does it not show me... Okay, here it is. 1 year recurring, utilizing free trial made. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay. I'm not getting billed till August. For whatever reason. So first, get a first membership. Or gift a first membership. That's not what I want. See, I'm not seeing double gold on here as an option, because I clicked on the thing to take me to double gold, and it took me to my thing. Oh, I gotta go. So if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Thank you. Whichever one applies, come over to Rabbit/Kamurai. We'll watch a movie together. It'll be a good time. Fridays and Sundays. Until you see me next time, have a nice day. If you want to see anything else we're up to, go ahead and click the annotations, and they'll take you to our other channels. Thanks for watching.